All right, so if we look over here, Algebra 1B, on Wednesdays, we wear pink the 2nd of September. SWBA, who can help me remember what that stands for? Tucker. Students will be able to, by the end of the period, you will be able to solve multi-step equations. So we're going to solve multi-step equations. Yes, our last class we did two-step equations. Today we're doing multi-step. So 5d plus 7 minus 3d equals 8. 5d plus 7 minus 3d equals 8. How many times do we see variables today? Twice. We've only seen them once before. What would we do in this scenario where we see multiple sets of variables here? Try to get rid of them. How? Combine like terms. How do we know if something's a like term or not? How do we know if something's a like term or not? Same variables to the same powers. Are these like terms?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Okay, they're both d to the first. Okay, they're both d to the first. So we can combine them. What is 5d minus 3d? Because that's minus 3d over there. What's 5d minus 3d? 2d. You keep the variable the same, but you mess with the coefficients. And you still have plus 7, right? We didn't change that. 2d plus 7 equals 8. So all we did from step 1 to step 2 is we combined our like terms. We combined our d's. Did you find where we are?
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Now, did this just turn into a two-stepper? Yeah, this is like what we did last class for our homework. So what do we want to do first here, Emily? Awesome, exactly right. Subtract 7 from both sides. 7 minus 7 is 0. 2d is equal to what? 1. Now what do we want to do, Olivia? Divide by 2. That's what's multiplying with it. D is equal to, does 1 over 2 simplify? No. D is equal to 1/2. D is equal to 1/2. Okay. And we can go back and check our example, check our work, excuse me. So I did 5 times D, 5 times 1/2, plus 7 minus 3 times 1/2 equals 8. And you're in this, right? Perfect. Make sure that's what it is. So we do 5 times 1/2 or 5 over 1 would be 5 over 2 plus 7 minus 3 over 1, so it's minus 3 over 2 equals 8. What might be easiest for us to start adding and subtracting here? Because we can add in any order. What might be easiest for us to add and subtract here? Would it be easiest for us to add 5 halves and 7 together? Or would it be easier for us to do 5 halves minus 3 halves first? 5 halves plus a negative 3 halves. Would that be easier? Because they're already common denominators. Okay, what's 5 minus 3? 2. 2 halves plus 7. We can do that because it's addition. Addition we can do in any order. 2 halves plus 7 equals 8. Well, hey, wait, 2 halves, what is that? 1. 1 whole. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 plus 7, does 1 plus 7 equal 8? Yeah, so did we even need to get common denominators? No, we already had them, and then it simplified for us nice and neatly, okay? All right, questions on that one? Now on the second one, what do we want to do first? Combine like terms. What are our like terms here on number 2? 3. Very good, Tucker. 3/4 x and negative 1/2 x. Can we combine those right away though?
No.
Nope, not like terms. What's going to be our common denominator, Mason?
4.
4. Very good. So this one's already there. What do we have to do to this to get there? Multiply not by 4, but by
2.
2. Okay, so we're going to multiply by 2 and by 2 on the top and the bottom. So we're going to have 3/4 x plus 1 minus 2 over 4 x is equal to 2. Now we can combine like terms. So 3/4 x plus a negative or minus 2/4 x would be how many fourths? 3/4, you take away 2 of them, you're left with 1/4 x. Plus 1 1 equals 2. Now, is this just turned into a two-stepper?
Yep.
Yep, I want you guys to finish this on your own. Once you have it or have questions, raise your hand. Once you have it or have questions, raise your hand. Kaden? You have this one? Are you finished reading what we have? Yep, make sure you're at least catch up, okay? And that's gonna be the direction we need to put it away.
Oh, sorry. That was started.
That should be going from my spot, right? Right. Yeah, there you go. Say that again. What's that one? What's the difference between the two? There you go, there you go. There you go. Oh, yeah, you know what? And look for x, right?
Yeah.
Equals 1. Okay, now how do we do that?
You have to multiply
By the
denominator.
Yep, so go ahead and do that. How about our recipe? So you those streaks going. Just start it up there. And then we kept going. Okay, we're gonna talk about this one up here now. So we first subtract 1, because we want to deal with addition and subtraction first. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1/4 x equals, what's 2 minus 1? 1. So now, a fraction with a variable, how do we get rid of that fraction multiplied with a variable? Multiply by the reciprocal, right? Instead of 1/4, multiply by 4/1. On both sides. Or we can think of just 4/1 as just 4, right? Everybody saying, yeah, I agree with her. 4 and 4 simplify. We're just left with x. 1 times 4 is 4. X is 4. We could go back and check your work. I'm not going to make it right now, but we totally could. Questions on that? Alrighty. Emily, what color do you want actually? Purple? Alright.
I've actually said charcoal.
You do have it.
Charcoal.
Alright. 4 times the quantity of 2x plus 1 minus 5x equals 10. Have we seen a problem kind of like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like our homework, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you guys actually try this one? And once you have it or have questions, raise your hand.
Good thing I'm working ahead, so.
All of them. You do. Okay. Run this. Very good. Over here then. 503 more. That's not quite enough. Think about it.
You want them to go so fast across the river. You gotta get all your people in your boat before you start crossing the river. You're leaving people behind. You know, what do you have to, what are like terms? This and this. So what do you have? Positive 8 and a negative 5x. Positive 8x and a negative 5x. 8 times 5 is 13.
Mr. Council, this is the first one that it didn't have help on it. Yeah.
Good work. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's why you're my favorite token over.
So you did here, not here, so this should be 4.
Alright, we're gonna talk about this one up here.
Yep.
We're gonna use Emily's choice of purple, okay? 4 times the quantity of 2x plus 1 minus 5x equals 10. I didn't tell you guys how to start, but everyone I saw did this starting correctly, so good work here, okay? Give you guys a slap on the back. Did I tell you about slaps on the back? Alrighty, so, I had a friend, okay, and we were, believe it or not, yes I did have friends, okay? So I leave on a couple friends, okay? And one of them, did like something good, okay? And they're gonna give themselves a pat in the back. Like, you see that before, right? Give yourself a pat in the back, you know, okay? And she did this. You ready? That's aggressive. And we're just like, Brooke, did you just slap your back? And she's like, yeah. We're like, that's weird. So ever since then, instead of saying a pat in the back, I say a slap on the back, okay? So you might want to stretch out your arm a little bit because it's aggressive, okay? You want to stretch out your arm a little bit, and then give yourself a nice little slap on the back. Okay, so go ahead and give yourself a slap on the back. Good work, class. Okay. So we distribute first. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 1 is 4. Minus 5x equals 10. Now we combine like terms. 8x minus 5x and the negative 5x there make it 3x. Plus 4 equals 10. So everyone I saw had that too. Good work, good work. Now, two-step equation, we subtract before we multiply and divide. 4 minus 4 is 0. 3x is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3. And what is 6 divided by 3? Not quite. It is 2. Dylan, every time you get the question wrong, dude. Anyway.
Is he the one who said 3?
Yeah. Honestly, I knew there's somebody in the hall. I recognized the voice as one passing by, but I couldn't hit it this time.
Dylan is Dylan.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So next is two. Can we go back and check our work? Yeah, okay, let's talk about how we do that real quick, okay?
Listen.
4 times the quantity of 2 times 2, let's confuse with 2, plus 1, minus 5x, or sorry, not 5x, but 5 times 2. Equals 10. Yep. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 minus 5 times 2 is 10. Equals 10. Okay. 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 10 equals 10. What's 4 times 5? Does 20 minus 10 equal 10?
Yeah.
I'd say so. Checks out. That's good. Gucci. Okay. All right. I want you guys to try number 2. Okay, when you have more questions, raise your hand. Yes.
Good job.
I have a bad habit of doing that.
No, that's all I got.
Everything else like this.
It's in your geometry class.
Now try.
We're going to look at everything. Let's say we need to do a quarter rate equipment. So let's take everything here and everything here first. That's what I think. This is
Okay.
only
Three
baseball.
X minus two X
Baseball?
is X.
Yeah.
15 plus
Oh.
2 is 17.
Oh.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Do you have a preferred
Thank you.
position?
Second.
Second. Did you play the summer at all?
Would you get 9?
How'd summer ball go?
Not do that. Not do that. Olivia, you leave all your little people over here on this side of the river stranded every single solitary time. You have got to look at this right here and not leave these people over here stranded because they're grounded. You don't have them in your boat. Well, I'm serious, that's what you're doing every time you leave your poor people out of the boat. So erase this and now put your people in the boat.
I mean, that's
I know.
one way to explain.
Well,
That's the best of way to explain it.
how is it messed up? You gotta put everything together before you cross the river.
She's always said that's good.
Okay, so let's, what do you gotta combine over here on these sides? So what is that? 3 minus 2 is,
Pretty good. You get these.
We only have 2 more problems and we're done with that.
These.
What?
That's when you get,
The heck?
it's a big tip.
That's free, I'm not even gonna charge.
okay, now, we still have people that need to be combined in the boat. Yep.
My bands are just being active today.
Your bands?
Yeah, I got one that just released a song, another one just having a Q&A live stream.
See, now you can.
I'm
put people
missing it
across the river
all.
'cause you got everybody in the
You're
boat.
missing it all because you're at school.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, you'll get
No,
to see the
no,
stuff.
Those are costly.
No, no,
Not in my own.
stop. What is this doing right
Not
I'm
just,
not touching.
if we get
What's
done
the
with work
opposite
time,
of
or if you get done with your stuff during work time,
here? Yes,
so
so subtract that
Go.
from 17, I'll cross that
I won't be here
right.
tomorrow morning.
17.
That's wild.
sure, sure. Well, if we need to Friday, we could as well. So we'll see how much I need to do.
My
Okay?
mom
I like
asked me
big
why I had a
buns.
random potato.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're close. What was that?
My mom asked me why I had a random potato last.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, well I got them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my nephew can give
She's
you
like,
this.
Oh, yeah. Olivia's sister was confused as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, and now we're
Well,
gonna cook it and make fries.
Perfect.
She's like,
Cross all that out.
Yeah.
but why do you have?
Do you know
Yes.
Elizabeth Lipton?
Olivia's people did not drop.
Yay!
Praise the Lord. Tucker, what's up?
Do you know Elizabeth Lipton?
Yeah.
So we walked back, or I walked in her house after school. So and I had the
Did you
potato-
social distance?
Sure. But
Good job,
she
Tucker.
took the potato and just started eating.
Just raw.
That's not the
Are
first
you-
time I've done it. She's come over to my
Who?
house.
I don't ask her to been like
No,
washed
I've done
and
it.
peeled.
Yeah.
Yes, no,
It
she
wasn't
came to
washed.
my house and she ate 3 of them, unwashed, unpeeled, and I'm like, Elizabeth, what are you
Just
doing?
cold.
Oh, eat it, go.
She literally ate it like an apple. She just ate it all.
Okay,
Oh my
that's
God.
one. That's one way to live.
Wait, how does
Hey, Aiden, a different color.
That's a knee slap.
Blue.
Which color blue?
Dark blue.
Hey, Aiden, you're gonna help me with my first step. What do I do?
You distribute 3 times x plus 5.
Okay, and so 3 times x is,
3x,
okay, and then 3 times 5 is
15.
15. Way to use that word distribute as well, okay? Now, hey, this minus sign, it tricks people up sometimes. What's a good way to think about that? Instead of minus, it's a
Addition.
addition, and we're adding a negative 2, okay, right? That's a good way to think about it. That's big
Yeah.
brain. Negative 2 times x is?
Two.
Negative 2x. Now, this is why this negative helps. Negative 2 times negative 1 is?
2.
Positive 2. There's
Yeah.
quite a few people I went around and helped, okay? And I saw this multiple times here, okay? Where we call this a negative 2. So we forgot that this was a negative 2 being multiplied in. And we said, oh, 2 times negative 1? Negative 2.
Okay, Lydia,
But,
is everybody in the boat?
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
No, people are not all in the boat.
Definitely not.
You got people out, they all gonna get combined somehow.
alright, we're going to combine some like terms. So raise your hand if you can tell me some like terms here. We can combine Tucker.
Lydia, you can't.
3x minus 2x.
3x minus 2x. Those are like terms. What does that combine to be?
1x.
Just 1x. So x. Do you have anything else we can combine while we're at it? Tobin.
15 plus 2.
Yep, and that is
17.
17. So we have x plus 17. Could you do that in 2 different steps if you prefer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Codes. We can do it in one, too, because we're just combining everything at once. That's totally fine, because we're not messing with the same thing twice, okay? If we were doing something with the same thing, like the x's multiple times, we'd want to separate those. But we're messing with the x's is one-like terms, and then the constants is one-like terms, so it's okay. That's when it's okay. Now, x plus 17 equals 7, subtract 17,
That would, equals -10.
-10. Okay? Oh, sure. I totally believe you. Okay.
Sorry, I was a doctor.
I see that.
Yeah.
Are you becoming robotic?
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
Nice.
It's broke.
Well, that's good.
But I'm not
Last night.
so that's already good. Yeah.
Are you right-handed?
Yep.
Good luck. All right. We're going to move on to letter C. Okay, Lainey, we're at 0.7. And we're at the end of 0.7 here. So we're at 0.8.
Olivia, you know I'm just playing with you about the river thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not playing, but you know, I'm not trying to be mean about it, right?
Yeah.
I would forget the people in the river too, and I would leave them hanging there. So,
I don't mean to.
I know you don't.
It's
I know you
stressful.
don't.
Stressful to keep account.
Bathroom?
Taking care of many people. Did you hear that, Mr. Puzzle?
What was that?
It's stressful, taking care of so many people.
Yeah, it's too many.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, you gotta get rid of some.
Yeah, oh my. Okay. Tobin, pick your color.
Get rid of some what? Light blue.
Right?
What?
Okay. So, we have fractions here on number 1 and number 2, don't we? A lot of fractions. And they don't have the same denominator, do they?
No.
Okay? So we have two different ways we can think about doing this. One is we can get common denominators. We could get common denominators. That's one way we can do it. Okay? And there's another way we can do it as well, okay? But you know what? Keep in mind, we're only gonna do the common denominator way. I think we're gonna do the best with that. So we're gonna cross this out for now.
Yay.
What would be my common denominator here between 3, 6, and 9? What's up?
That is at 8 bucks.
Alright, what's gonna be my common denominator between a third, sixth, and ninth?
3.
Tucker.
9.
9. No, you got it right, yeah. No, not quite. I know you didn't get it right, sorry. And 3 can go to 9, and 6 go to 9?
No.
What number can they all multiply to? 18. 18. There we go. Okay. 3, 6, 9. We're not talking about how good anyone looks or how fine someone is. Okay. Okay. We're just talking about fractions. There you go. There you go. Took a second. And you're like, it's gonna click here. Okay. So our common denominator is gonna be 18. So we have to multiply each of these fractions by a different thing. What are we gonna have to multiply the first fraction by to get it to 18? Not 1. No, what? 6. We're going to multiply this by 6 over 6. Now here's the thing to be careful of. We have to multiply the entire numerator. We have to do 6 times x and 6 times 1. What's 6 times x? What's 6 times 1? 6. And then on the bottom, 6 times 3 is 18. That's why we did it. Questions on how we did the first fraction or why we did the first
Olivia,
fraction?
I'm not even getting everybody grouped together to get ready to go.
Okay. It's okay.
All right, the second fraction, x plus 6. We said our common denominator is 18. How are we going to get 6 to 18? Times 3. Okay? We're going to multiply this fraction by 3. 3 times x is?
3x.
And then 3 times 6 is? 18. That's why we did it. Equal sign. Ninth. How are we going to get 9 to 18?
Times multiplied by 2.
Multiply by 2. Lainey just came in and she's already hitting it hard.
Yeah,
Okay. 2 times 1 is 2. 9 times 2 is 18. So now do we have common denominators?
Yeah.
So now can we add and subtract things?
Yeah.
Codes. Okay. 6x plus 6 plus 3x. 6x plus 6 plus 3x would be what? Not
18
9.
x plus 6.
Are we multiplying the x's or adding the x's?
9x.
9x plus 6. So that's still over 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
Equals 2 over 18. Now, if this 18 wasn't there, Would we have known 6x plus 3x was 9x? We don't know 6x plus 3x is 9x? Yeah, you totally would have. Okay, so don't let the fact that these are both over the same denominator trip you up on what we're doing. Now, does this kind of look like a problem we had before? Kind of. Kind of. Okay, kind of. What do we do in this scenario? Hey, Ben. Alright. What do we do in this scenario?
You would
Multiply by
18.
18. We would love to get rid of the 6. We have to get rid of this 18 first. We can call it 18 over 1, right? We do the same thing over here. What's going to happen with this 18 and this 18?
No.
Yeah, she calls
Cancel out.
They're going to reduce or simplify. I don't like the word cancel, okay? So after 9x plus 6, Lady's like, oh, it's like, oh, he doesn't like this. He's worried about it. Okay? This 18 and this 18, they reduce. What's with 2? 9x plus 6 equals 2. This?
I know
This is our jam right here. This is where we camp out at, okay? How do we go about this one?
Oh, you subtract 6.
Subtract 6. We're in business. 9x is equal to what?
2. No.
4.
What kind of 4?
Negative.
The negative kind because 6 is bigger, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes sir. Okay. What do we do now?
Divide.
Divide by 9. Now, can we simplify 4 over 9?
Sure.
I don't think so. X is negative 4 over 9, that's our answer.
I knew it.
Just great. Alright. Ooh, okay. So, what was different about this problem compared to earlier ones?
Easier.
It was easier. We had fractions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we do with our fractions? Common denominators. After we did that, was it much different than our other ones?
No.
Not really. Okay, so on number 2, what are we going to have to do? The common denominators. And then after that, will it be that much different? Not really.
Probably not.
Okay, all we got to try number 2. When you have it or have questions, raise your hand.
Okay.
Number 2 works out a little bit nicer in our answer, okay?
You're gonna make me run.
So then we try out, what did you find this is what happened?
I was setting and I hit it for my coach and I'm on for a while. And I played on it twice.
Yeah. Playing injured is not the smartest thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But that's annoying.
Yeah.
So what did they say it was?
Oh, they said it's a sprain and I'm out for a week. And then it's still hurting, but I'm going.
Crush. We can always count it back up there in a second. Sorry, I thought that was.
So you can subtract 3 6 here.
They're talking about stuff like. You're like, yes, like you're recording on. Right. I was literally thinking about it, like.
You're kind of right, because,
Dude.
Why?
I don't do.
Oh, yeah, you like just went on. Until I ran on that course. I haven't got started.
You do all over what? That's pretty nice. You didn't know the numbers, you didn't know the
how are you gonna get
So,
over
where's it at?
to the six?
How do you do
You're
that?
gonna multiply times two.
Okay, so let's start there.
Two times one equals six. How many do you have to multiply this by? Over three.
You're going to eat me?
Over six
Big number.
over this one, right?
Big number.
Plus,
And then you can also eat.
what do you have to do to get that to six? You gotta do this plus six.
Save yourself some work. Okay? Okay, so I'm good.
Right? So now I gotta get this over here, right? We don't want these back over here. Plus subtract 3 over 6 over here. So that's probably
Just
and then what's
Yeah.
You're 15.
So, I'm going to
You don't get it? What?
here, right?
Yeah, but
Eight. So 1, 2.
you don't multiply on top.
Everybody stay the boat.
I started the boat.
Okay.
Those folks can simplify.
6 feet. Yeah, it's supposed to stay in the line. It's gone.
Negative 1.
Alright.
Sorry, Mr. Possum. I had to kick Tucker out. He didn't want to read the boat anymore.
That's fair.
Here, take this wood.
I probably would have kicked him out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can float on that wood right
He can
there.
float on this wood right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she can.
Is that what big enough to carry 2 people like in the Titanic?
I think so.
One person.
Alright. Who wants to pick the next color? Okay, Abby, you raise your hand. What do you want? Black?
That's a fun color.
Alright, 1/2 plus a over 6 is equal to 1/3. These common denominator, we're gonna get a common denominator. What's gonna be our common denominator? 6. Could you go to a different number? Yeah, they all go to 12, they all go to 18, they all go to, but it's easier to do 6 or numbers are gonna be smaller. How do we get 1/2 to 6?
Easier.
Multiply by 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, so 3 6. We don't need to do anything to the second fraction. A over 6, it's already over 6.
Listen.
Equals 1/3. We have to multiply by what?
2.
2 over 2. 2 over 6 is what it becomes, because 1 times 2 is 2. Now we can subtract 3 6 from both sides to get rid of this addition. Unless you must raise down a half, unless you forget. Okay, 3 6 minus up is 0. A over 6 equals, what's 2 6 minus 3 6? Those are common denominators. 2 minus 3 is -1 over 6. Keep the denominator the same. A over 6, what do we do with that divided by 6?
Multiply
Multiply by
the reciprocal.
the reciprocal. 6 or 6 over 1? 6 or 6 over 1. So we don't want that over A though. We don't want it over A, it's over 1. 6 and 6, they don't cancel, but they reduce. Amy's on it. And these 6s, they reduce, man. And you're gonna get everything in this, okay? So we're supposed to -1. A is -1.
Yes. I did it a different way.
Abby has a question.
Okay, here's Abby, what is
Well,
it?
I did it a different way,
What did you do?
but got the same
What
answer.
did you do?
So I combined the 3 and A.
Oh, so Abby, back in this step, she went from here and said, okay, I have 3 over 6 plus A over 6 equals 2 over 6. Well, earlier we started combining some stuff. I'm going to do the same thing, okay? So 3 plus A over 6 equals 2 over 6. Well now, okay, well I need to go through. Multiply what Abby says. Multiplies, 6 is reduced, 6 is reduced. 3 plus A is 2, equals 2. Subtract 3, A is -1. That way works just the same. Very good, very good. Toby, is that what you did as well?
Yeah.
Good work, good work. Okay, so both those, oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Okay, we can always check our answer, right? Either way we do it. So let's say you and your friend are doing some math after school just for fun, because that's what you do after school for fun, right? Just math, okay?
Definitely.
You're walking down the street. You're walking down the street. You both find some math worksheets. You're like, oh, let's do these, okay? So you're doing some math worksheets. And you guys get these 2 different ways, but you get the same answer. You guys can investigate it, right? Or you guys can plug them in, make sure you're right, okay? All right. Any questions on this one? No, we have. Daniel and Liddy, okay? So I do have another worksheet for you guys, which is I know your absolute favorite. I get it. Okay, that's why I'm doing it to you.
So fun.
Okay, I wouldn't